welcome to another episode of Spontaneous Disruption. This is your host, Nikki.
Hey, and it's your girl, L.
What up, L?
Hey, girl, what's up? What's going on in your world?
Oh, hell.
All hell?
Oh, hell.
All political hell, huh?
Oh, my God. I ain't think about them folks. I ain't think about them folks. Happy holla who, though?
Oh, yeah, Halloween. The Devil's Day. The Devil's Day. You going anywhere? You dressing up?
Absolutely not.
I might. I thought me and the babe would dress up. I'll be Morticia and he can be Fizz or whatever his name is.
That is funny. I'm gonna go along with y'all. I'll be Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
You get your little third wheel.
What's his name? I said Fizz. Is it Fester? What's his name?
Girl,
I don't even know.
Them Addams family people. I don't know them. I don't know them. But we might
do something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, so
I like Halloween though, even though it's the Devil's Day.
Girl, I think it's just, I don't know, like when we were growing up, we would go actually to church, but they didn't call it Halloween. It was like more a fall festival. That's what they called it.
But you got to wear costumes too?
You can wear costume, but it was like corny stuff. Like, I went as like
an ear of corn?
Like a turkey.
See what
1 year, like a turkey. Like honestly, like you can goofy stuff.
Like a pumpkin.
Yeah, you can dress up like a pumpkin.
But like nothing devilish, like a ghost or a witch.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything like that. Okay. But it was a long time ago. Also, it probably was. I really don't remember. It was done by some heathens up in there. I don't really know.
Yeah. Well, see, I used to party hard in Chicago and go to some Halloween parties. It's pretty cool. I have some pretty cool photos. I have to show them to you. But yeah,
I do too. I have one too. When I was like Wonder Woman.
Yeah. One of my girlfriends was Wonder Woman before too.
I had the whole thing, girl, the lasso and everything, girl. I was,
yeah. I've been Batgirl. I've been tiger. I have been a witch. Yeah, all fun.
I have not been any of those other things. I've always been Wonder Woman.
Okay,
I don't know what to say. No, I'm just joking.
Hey,
I've only dressed up. Honestly, in my adult life, I've only dressed up for that once.
Oh my God!
And it was Wonder Woman.
I've been at 80s parties. I'll dress up. I'm all about a theme party. I love it.
I'm just saying in my adult life. But one of my friends, somebody she's thinking about implementing an annual Halloween bash. So yeah, a little costume thing.
Just at the house or someplace?
She's thinking about at the house, like, but
cool.
I don't know. This is the same friend that's about to buy some land, so I don't know. We might be in the woods, girl. We might be in the woods. I don't know.
That now. You don't get me out there and be chasing me and shit.
As long as they treat for ticks.
You seen some of the movies and stuff where you think you're going to a party and going to a treasure hunt and they end up hunting your ass.
Oh no.
I ain't going.
Girl, I'm too scary. And like in the woods, like you can be tripping over stuff for real. I will definitely turn into one of those little horror flick girls.
You already know I am not woodsy. No, thank you.
Okay, yes, this is true. You don't do outside.
I do not.
Not like that kind of outside. Not nature outside.
We don't do all that stuff. We don't do that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anywho,
all right, girl.
So, just quick question though.
What? No.
What's up with the swing? I just checking in.
I saw your
accountability.
I saw your lips forming.
Accountability check. What's up?
Swim. I'm like, no, girl. I'm looking. I told you the class already started, so the next class
done with you.
The next class is coming. It's November, and then there's some in 2025. Girl, I'm going 2020. I got you.
Girl, don't stop playing with me.
I'm not playing, girl, for real.
We had a deadline. We had a deadline.
So look, the next time the next time we talk, I will have
that's
done
gonna be tomorrow.
Swim.
I can't. I can't with you. Anyway,
girl, I'm gonna learn. I got to.
We finna move on.
I got things to do.
All right, we're gonna roll into some technically speaking news, so I don't have to choke you.
Oh, don't do that. don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I was gonna talk about ChatGPT.
I don't want to talk about that.
It had a little AI bot is now coming to your desktop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna embed it in everywhere. Windows. So I'm like wondering though, with Microsoft having like Copilot and everything. How this is not a conflict, right? So ChatGPT is going to be a desktop application for Windows. So they've been pushing the heck out of Copilot.
Is ChatGPT behind Copilot?
I don't know.
Is that the engine behind Copilot? Perhaps.
I don't think it is. Okay. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. However, I do know that ChatGPT and Windows have had some type of partnership.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just like the standalone, but like it's the ChatGPT is making a lot of changes.
I'd just be glad when all this stuff kind of levels out. Like AI is just like everywhere. I'm so tired of talking. I hope it levels out at some point, like the internet did when the internet came about. You know, it was. I'm just tired.
I think there will be an AI bust, like there was an internet bust. I really do, because there's so many little AI companies like opening up, and everybody's trying to invest in them. Everybody's trying to create a crypto coin. Everybody's trying to do something, and all these people, they can't succeed. Like all of them can't succeed. So we'll see. Yeah, but anyway, that was all I had to share. I wanted to tell you what was going on.
Speaking of like folks trying to invest in AI, we got some like cryptocurrency stuff going on that's related to AI. So the FBI made a crypto coin just to catch fraudsters. Okay. Mm-hmm. So they created this cryptocurrency as a part of an investigation into price manipulation in crypto markets. So the Ethereum-based token, it was called Next Fund AI, was created with the help of cooperating witnesses.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I heard of that one.
Have you? Yes.
I heard of that
I'm always looking at investments and stuff, but I don't know. I try to do a lot of research, but as a result of this investigation, the SEC charged 3 market makers and 9 people for allegedly engaging in schemes to boost the prices of certain crypto assets. Wow. And the Department of Justice charged 18 people and entities for widespread fraud and manipulation in the crypto markets. So basically, the defendants made false claims about their tokens and executed so-called wash trades, and to create the impression of active trading markets. So basically, they had folks like buying and selling the same, cryptocurrency just to make it look more active.
Yeah.
So, investors will take a look and they're like, oh, this is trading heavy today. Maybe it's something I want to get in on. So I'm actually glad they did that, because there's so much stuff out here, and there's a lot of novice investors who are just kind of learning how to trade. And so, you look at AI, everybody's trying to get rich quick. Basically, when you're trading on the stock market, it really is a gamble. I've lost a lot of money. I've gained a lot of money also, but it's difficult for it to be fair, especially when you have people who are creating false narratives about the activity on certain cryptocurrencies and coins. I like the idea of crypto, but it's really like some seedy stuff that happens with it.
Yeah, and people's money
these coins are coming out of nowhere, and the American people and people who are trading on these markets who don't know any better, they're losing billions of dollars. So I don't know how I feel about this. Is the way that the FBI are catching people. They actually created their own coin, and there's actually some novice investors who had to fill out forms to get refunds because it wasn't for them.
Yeah, like I wonder, how they were just selling it on the open market. I guess, huh?
Absolutely.
Wow. So I wonder what what they were looking for in terms of
they set up some sort of activity. I guess probably certain companies were doing a lot of the trading and inflating the prices to influence the price of the cryptocurrency.
That's good. Maybe they were able to
identify those people.
They have to do something to try to crack down on this, because
they do.
There's so much manipulation.
With the internet evolving so much, and then with AI, I just wonder about all this stuff. AI is able to do so much predictive things. Like, I'm sure there's people who are using AI to predict like the next big stock out here.
Girl, they're using it to apply for jobs 100 at a time. You know what I mean?
It's insane.
Like all kind of stuff. Yeah,
it's hard. All this stuff is just going to be just more difficult to do. Honey, hopefully I'll be ready to get out of the job market when things get real crazy. So we'll see.
Me both.
Yeah. So.
Well, let's move on to some low vibration news.
Don't we love those stories? Crazy
Not
people.
This one. Not this one. Crazy. I think we had a story about race last week, but this one is also about race. So this woman, her name is Francesca.
Ooh, Francesca.
I won't say her last name, but anyway, she's a Denver-based Black woman.
Oh,
she basically reported to HUD Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, Rocket Mortgage.
I'm familiar with that.
For appraisal bias.
Oh.
Yeah, so Rocket Mortgage is a mortgage company. She was in the process of trying to refinance her home. Had previously been appraised for something like 800 and some thousand.
Nice.
Like almost 900,000. And Rocket Mortgage partnered with Solidify US Inc., Maverick Appraisal Group Inc., and a Maverick appraiser violated the Fair Housing Act by valuing her home about $200,000 less than what it had appraised for before. So that wasn't the main issue. The main issue, right? So like if the value had gone down, it would have gone down.
Yeah.
But the market in her area was going up.
Yeah.
So he reached all the way for comparables in like a black neighborhood that was nowhere near where she was, over like miles away.
Yeah.
Whereas he had valued a white family's home in her neighborhood within a mile or whatever for much higher. So, actually in the millions.
When are they going to learn? I've seen this before. I don't know if you saw this story. It was maybe years ago where a black person had one company give her an appraisal. Then she switched all the pictures. She had her black pictures up and all that. It was very Afrocentric. Then she changed all the pictures in the house to like a white family, and they ended up appraising it higher. When are these folks gonna learn?
It happens all the time, and
not shocking.
She said that she regretted being home, but it's not her fault. Like she said, she regretted being home during the appraisal.
Fair market value.
She had even talked to the appraisal. He was asking her questions about improvements she's made. He never, since she had previously had it appraised and everything, despite the market having gone up, despite him the same appraiser having more highly valued a comparable home that belonged to a white family close to hers for higher using comparables that were comparable, comparable, right? And so,
and it drives me insane that people say systemic racism isn't real. It absolutely is.
So the Justice Department sued Rocket Mortgage and all, its associates, affiliates, on behalf of this woman when HUD referred the complaint to them, and they determined there was reasonable cause to conclude this. So like now, while it's an alleged claim, everything points to guilt right now.
Yeah. Well,
and then Rocket Mortgage, they told her when she pushed back and said, I think, I'm being discriminated against. She gave all these facts and stuff. They said, well, ma'am, basically either you want to take the loan or you don't. If you don't want to take the loan, we're just going to close up the application.
I'm glad you said that, because this is what I was going to say. I was like, okay, so should Rocket Mortgage be penalized for something somebody that works for them did without their knowledge? But it sounds like,
absolutely, because she made them aware that this was happening. And she asked for another appraisal, and they denied her another appraisal and just like closed out her loan application.
Well, they getting what the hell they deserve. And you know what? I can remember when me and my ex-husband was looking for a home. I remember looking at Rocket Mortgage because they had the internet. They had the quick appraisal that you can do through the app or whatever. I don't know. Well, hey,
they're gonna learn today.
They're gonna learn today. All right, sis, you ready to get to some highlights?
Give me some.
Give me. All right, so let's talk about Bea Dixon. Okay.
All right.
She is a CEO and co-founder of the Honey Pot company. I know you know Honey Pot.
I do.
I can remember when
I haven't used their products, but I
have not used them either. Shame on me. But I can remember years ago when she had her Target commercial, I think during Black History Month, and she was saying, my products are in Target, and it has something focused about Black history. And so all these white folks started giving her bad reviews on the Honey Pot products. Stop. Do you remember that?
No.
Years ago. No. You'll have to Google that. But then we had to give some pushback. When I say we, the Black community came out and supported her as well. It was just a commercial. It wasn't that she was saying her products were just for Black people. The intro was something like, I'm just a little Black girl from blah blah blah, and I got my products in Target, and so it was just like
they was bad.
They had a problem about that. That's insane. But that is, I still shout out to her for her plant-based feminine care products. Okay. perseverance. She's still doing well, okay? And so she offers a variety of products for menstrual care and feminine hygiene. So the brand is known for being one of the first complete feminine care systems that is 100% natural, okay? She founded the Honey Pot after suffering from bacterial vaginosis for months and finding a solution through a natural remedy given to her in a dream, girl. I've heard of people dreaming of numbers. I wish, Lord, please let me dream something.
What was a natural remedy?
Vinegar? It did not say
vinegar douche.
No. But yeah. So that's amazing though. So yeah. So in the previous month, the Honey Pot, a personal care brand again, she disclosed that it has transferred the majority stake of its business to Compass Diversified Holdings. It's an investment company, and yeah, she transferred the majority of the stake for a total of $380 million, honey.
Okay,
this is a rich.
Okay.
Oh, you rich.
Girl,
I'm not mad at it. She might be tired of running at this
We ain't worried
point,
about no
honey.
reviews.
Enjoy your life, sis.
Little fake reviews.
I'll have to have you look into that afterward. But yeah, it was a whole kerfuffle about that situation. So
man, well,
yeah.
Let's move on to the Internet of Things. What's thinking,
girl? If Diddy's story wasn't enough, we got the damn ex-CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't know if you heard this story. It was wild.
Yes.
What is wrong with these men? You like rich, and this is what you think you gonna do? But anyway, so the former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, his name is Mike Jeffries. He and his romantic partner and a third man were arrested.
Is his romantic partner male or female?
Male. Okay. So they were arrested on charges of luring dozens of men into sex parties held around the world, honey.
Freak offs
around the world, honey. Sometimes by dangling the promise of modeling for the clothing retailer.
So how is this different from like Hugh Hefner and Diddy? Like, how are all these people like different?
I mean, I think these Playboy bunnies probably were of age, and I believe they gave consent, and I don't know if they were dangling stuff. I hate the comparison, so I don't know. But I ain't never heard nobody from Hugh Hefner's group say that he was sex trafficking them.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think there's about a bit of controversy about this now, about sex trafficking, like what it actually is.
I mentioned that to you in one of our stories. I was like, some people just don't know what it means. Like for the whole Diddy thing, I don't really understand a whole lot about sex trafficking. Like I said, if I was at one of his parties and there was people freaking in the middle of the room, I don't know. I'm just thinking he hired some people for entertainment and this is what they doing. I don't know that he's got them drugged or he's promised them anything. You just don't know that you're participating in that sort of thing at the time, especially if you don't recognize the signs and nobody's told you. So I don't know, but apparently he and his partner's name is Matthew Smith. And they had an employee, James Jacobson. They operated an international sex trafficking and prostitution business, girl, from 2008 to 2015. Okay.
Damn.
So they used this rich man's status and his wealth and, a web of household staffers to fulfill the couple's sexual desires. They kept it all secret.
I wonder how much baby oil they got up in there.
Oh, honey, a lot. I'm sure they got a lot of lube. Shoot. House full of men. Shoot. I'm scared. I'm scared of all of it, honey.
No.
So yeah, they were charged with sex trafficking and, again, interstate prostitution. And according to the indictment, they paid for dozens of men to travel within the U.S. and internationally to engage in commercial sex with them and other men in New York and at hotels in England, France, Italy, Morocco, St. Bart's, exotic designations. They were freaking all over the world, baby. So yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. Oh yeah, they said they were. Look at this. The men were recruited. They were given drugs, lubricants, condoms, costumes, sex toys, and sometimes erection-inducing penile injections that cause painful long hour reactions. So can you imagine?
She got a gift basket.
Yeah, girl. The gift that kept on giving. These poor people were taking these injections. They couldn't even come down. Can you imagine having to walk? They said it was painful.
Gosh, this is insane,
hard on for several hours.
Were these people drugged when they were injected in their penises?
They were giving them drugs. So, yeah.
This is wild.
And
this is insane.
And they didn't mention if some of these men were gay or not. So, I don't know if they forced them into, sexual activities with men who actually were straight. You know, I don't know.
This is fiendish, man. This is
fiendish.
just fiendish
It's
and
a
nasty.
word, yeah. You're nasty.
You're nasty.
Yeah, all this money, you know, you could actually get people to do these things for you for like free, or, you know, you ain't got to be trafficking folks. That ain't it. Mm-mm. So yeah, girl, that's what's thinking.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Prostitution is illegal in most places. But so anyway, well, I'm gonna talk about money too, but it has to do with WNBA, and of course, you know how the advent and the arrival of Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fever and Angel Reese, Chicago Sky,
of course,
and other several household names now have really brought a lot of attention in the fan base to the WNBA that they haven't had in the past.
Yes, congratulations to those women. They're killing it out here.
The WNBA has basically said, give me my money, okay? So the union, the WNBA Players Union, they announced recently that it's going to forgo what they call a CBA, or collective bargaining agreement with the league, and negotiate a new contract because they want higher pay. They want upgraded facilities, better benefits, family benefits, everything for all their players, because it's been a record-breaking season. So
yes, it has, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to grow.
Yeah,
boy, I wish I would have.
I hope it's consistent. Yeah. Well, and Angel Reese, she actually came out. This was embarrassing. I didn't even know this.
I know what you about to say.
She makes $74,000.
I told my guy that. He said 93. I was like, I think she said 73, 74,000.
It was 7. Actually, I'm rounding up.
I was shocked.
It was 73,000 and some
compared
change
to what these men make. Are you freaking serious?
No, I'm not. I'm dead ass.
I know. I was reading that. I was so shocked. She said she said that WNBA does not pay her bills, but her endorsements and things do.
Yeah, she was saying it's not enough to cover her rent.
Ashamed of themselves.
That's ridiculous.
That's like nothing, because she has still, out of that, I wonder if this is after she's paid for her agents and after she's paid for her health care and whatever other staff she has to have.
So the agents, I think they're getting a cut from all her endorsements and everything. That's how that usually works, because they're helping to negotiate those contracts as well. But still your base salary is this, and these guys are getting millions and millions.
I don't like it,
girl.
I don't like it.
Yeah, sound like they don't believe a woman should be president.
Okay, so that's changing now, right? Hopefully.
Well, I mean, it's a new thing. It's a new thing that's open that they're pushing back on, and they just said basically we need to negotiate a better contract for our players, and run us our money.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us around to our main topic, which is, if it's worth it, then work it.
All right.
About self-worth, the importance of self-worth, and how to improve your self-worth, and why it's important to do that. All right. Yeah, I just really wanted to talk about this because, I mean, it kind of ties in with the issue that the WNBA players are facing right now, right? Because, I mean, good on the WNBA Players Union on their behalf, like essentially recognizing their worth. I feel like it took way too long for this to happen, because I think even them going into this season making what they were making, it wasn't a fair deal. For years, WNBA players have complained about this, but yeah. I mean, self-worth just bleeds into so many other areas. And I mean, what made me think about this is really just, there's so much talk on the internet about a high value, low value man or woman and person. It's so
I can't
absurd,
stand those terms.
Right?
They are absurd. And I just feel like there's some sort of sound bites and catchphrases at this point.
It's usually like around as it relates to male, female, or I guess romantic relationships. So not, But at the same time, it's in the eye of the beholder, right? Your value. And your self-worth in particular, it's in your eyes. Like, basically, how do you value yourself, right?
Yeah.
So nobody can tell you that you're a low value.
Yeah, when I hear people say that, it's usually like, young lady that now thinks she's like the female version of Kevin Samuels, and she calls people low value.
Girl, I don't know who that is.
She was on the Basketball Wives.
Sorry to this woman.
You know her. She was on Basketball Wives carrying the suitcase with her face on it.
Yes. Okay, I can't remember her name either.
I remember she was arguing and she just called somebody like a low value woman. It was like her read. And to me, you're supposed to be some sort of psychiatrist or psychologist. Like, you're supposed to lift people up. You don't call anybody low value. And who the hell are you to tell somebody they're low value?
Yeah.
Why would you even think to say that? And why do you think your opinion matters?
Yeah, no, you don't get to label someone and place a value upon. You can have a preference about what it is that you want, and if this person doesn't fit, your checklist, they don't measure up, they don't make the cut, then that's one thing, right? But it has nothing to do with the person's actual relative value, right? It's like, hey.
Cheyenne Bryant, that's her name.
Dr. Bryant is what they call her. Yeah. I knew what you're talking about, because she was the one that had the interview with
Nick Cannon, but also
the new Cam Newton
fan. Oh yes,
Cam Newton,
female Kevin Samuels.
Yeah. So, but we didn't need. You know what I mean?
We don't need her either.
We didn't need. Certainly don't need her to be, placing value upon people.
Yeah, be positive, especially you talking to another sister. Like, come on.
Yeah, and I feel like, Kevin Samuels used to do that as well.
I know,
he used to do that as well.
Needed him.
He popularized it.
Yes,
in terms of this high value, low value standard.
What you're doing anyway. You are not even creative with your brand. So hush, child.
That part, right? Yeah. But I think in this day and age, like we talked recently about. The internet just being like this kind of...
It's a cesspool.
It is. It's a cesspool. It's just a really negative... It can be a negative space. I have really cleaned up all my follow lists on social mediums, even though I don't use it that much. And I really don't comment that much. Yeah. I'm sick of the negativity, right?
Me too. I'm on there for whatever I'm looking for at the time. Yeah. I'm looking for a new couch or something. I'm not on there for any sort of validation.
No kind of validation, but also, and I rarely even post, but
oh, you don't.
I know, right? I know.
And you've had some great experiences, with traveling and things like that, and you still don't.
I don't post a lot of pictures. I take pictures. I just don't post them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's not, for a committee.
It's for you.
I'm fine with posting pictures, but I'm like, here's a little sprinkle y'all with whatever. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not putting my whole life on the internet.
You're definitely not tying your self-worth to comments or likes.
Absolutely not.
Which is so sad that people do that.
But I think people do that, and that's really what I want to get to, because you can be mistreated by people, but I think, it does, it can wear on you. Yeah. And wear down what you see as your value or your worth. And I think that people just have they need to set some boundaries for themselves in terms of what they're willing to internalize and process as it relates to other people's opinions and thoughts about them.
Yeah, my sister's a blogger, and she daily she's uploading video and things of what she's wearing, and
it's always fly.
She's always flying stuff, but that's still a huge thing for me. And people make comments and stuff. I don't know that I can do
negative
that.
Comments?
I mean, negative, no, but still, the chance is always there. Somebody gonna say something stupid
because she's public. It's a public page.
Yeah, it's a public page, but I can't get into it, and she consistently does it. I'm proud of her because she's trying to do branding. So there's a lot of great things you can do, but I could see how social media can drag you down, man, and make you think you're not worth anything. But you do have to realize it's within you.
You got to counter that. So basically, you have to surround yourself with some people who are not going to just gas you up, arbitrarily, but who really care for you and who actually know you and also recognize your worth. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And can basically speak positivity into you. You know what I mean? And upon you.
And you have to be mentally strong again. It's, and you have to have thick skin sometimes because people will come at you for no reason.
I know. You mentioned like mental health too recently, and that I think it does have an impact on you. And like, this is one of those things, if you really feel like you just are undervalued,
low value,
then that's one thing, right? You can actually do something about that. It's typically like certain situations in which,
and that's on how you feel. Don't let nobody tell you low value.
No,
they don't get to do that.
No, and I think it kind of comes in when people are, if you're in business, like asking for the sale, right, and like are being undercut in terms of like what you contribute or what you provide in terms of a service or a product, even if the product is yourself, you know what I mean, your marketing, it's branding of yourself. And I mean, I feel like don't be afraid to ask for what you believe you're worth. Who was it? Oh my gosh, Marlon Wayans.
Yes, we had that conversation when Vlad or whatever. Yeah, I think Marlon was saying this is how much it's going to cost to sit down and have a conversation with me, and Vlad just blasted him like, dude, you only have this many followers, and I'm not going to give you a percentage because you don't net that, and you're not, that's not what you're worth. And he gets to set his own worth.
You get to set your own worth, and the thing is, somebody's going to buy in.
Absolutely.
Somebody is going to
Why would you sell yourself short ever?
No,
never do that.
Ever.
You're not going to feel good about that.
But you're going to feel better, and you'll have better relationships. You'll have a better like self-worth.
Yeah.
If you basically tune out that negativity and don't love yourself, practice self-love.
And don't believe what people tell you about yourself. If you know and your intention, Yeah. Especially from people that don't even know you. They're just judging from a picture that you post on the internet, and they got all this stuff to say about you.
I think people sometimes when people like go through like failures or experience failures or, relationships falling apart, or maybe they get off track in terms of their health and fitness, or have financial problems, whatever it is.
And this is funny, like Dr. Brian, we were just talking about her and her calling people low value. And as I read a little bit about her, she keeps her own private life private. You don't get to judge people while keeping your life so private. So what's so great about you that you get to judge people? But anyway, go ahead.
I think somebody read her on the show and was saying, which I didn't agree with either. I think it was Brooke who read her, and she was just like, you've never been married. You don't have any children, basically
people say that.
Basically she read,
her worth is not tied to having a husband.
Having been married, having had
This is what they're trying to do to Kamala, saying you don't have your self-worth is not tied to children.
JD Vance can have a seat.
Where has he been? I forgot who he was.
Girl, they told him to sit your behind down. Okay?
I have not. I just realized that. Yeah, non-motherfucking factor right now.
He disappeared. But yeah, so I don't know, girl. I mean, that's kind of the message I wanted to talk about and convey.
Yeah.
Because I really, it's important to have self-worth, and you don't look to external forces in order to it's about you.
I was just about to say that, because nobody is perfect. No one's asking for perfection, but do some self-reflection. We all know where we need to improve. You don't need any outside forces necessarily telling you that. You might need some help in executing how to improve certain things about yourself, but do self-reflection. You know what you need to change and what you need to do.
Yep.
You know what you're worth. Maybe some people don't. I just think about people who have been abused and things like that. Sometimes they just don't think they're, worth a certain lifestyle or happiness. But everybody, that's free.
And that's what therapy is for, too.
That's what therapy is for. God didn't put you here. You're here for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And ask him what the reason is. Help you, direct you to your purpose and your worth, and define all that for you.
Amen.
All right. Well, that'll bring us around to our Each One Teach One.
You gotta go first.
Segment. segment. Okay, you want me to go? You want me to go first? You want me to go first? I'll go first. It's really about managing your expectations. So it doesn't really relate to self-worth or anything, but it does have to do with the world owing you nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like, when it comes to expectations, most of all your own, the world around you is basically going to expect a lot. Mm-hmm. But like your job is going to expect from you, your family, your friends, like all these outside factors are going to be expecting a lot from you. But you can't necessarily depend on them to like pour back into you. So it's up to you depending on like how much you want to pour out, but like basically you need to manage your expectations because they don't owe you anything. Yeah. And so it's all about, like your personal grind. Like stop trying to live up to other people's expectations, Yeah. And manage your own expectations of them. You important.
Hey, so yeah. Well, what I will say, which I already have said, I think, was that your self-worth is determined by you. You don't have to depend on someone else to tell you who you are, boo. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Boom. That's it. That's all. That's what I got.
Thank you.
Stand on business.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. I like that.
Stand on business.
It was a good tie-in.
I be trying, girl.
I value you.
I know. You best.
All right. Well, that brings us around to the end of our show.
And we want to thank you for sticking with us as we continue to grow.
You can listen and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
We also invite you to like and follow us on IG and TikTok and email us at spontaneousdisruption@gmail.com to chat with your hosts or propose topics for future episodes.
With that, we'll see you next week and we out. Yo.